It's me again, and you can see today I don't have my head camera on today. You know, my head camera is charged. Today I'm just I need to invoke some king mentality, right? So today I'm wearing my crown. It's the most luxurious thing I own. You can tell by its flexibility that it's pure gold. Anyway, I'm gonna go over there in a second. I'm gonna start, I have everything all wedged up, so we're just gonna get right into it. But consistent, right? And so at this point I'm going to start pushing this clay down, right? And then I'm going to take this side and I'm going to project the side down. And so you can see I'm still leaving that clay up right there, but I'm just taking that side down and going back to the bottom, and I'm projecting that up again. And you can see right in this middle part it's wanting to get all freaky on me. Chill out there, bro. Okay, now I went up too far, right? Once at this point, you gotta just catch it. Oh, I got a little chunk in this top edge. Well, whatever. Llama here, you know, he's chilling and he's gonna come down. And then you're slowly gonna pull that clay up. And you know what your llamas love? Your llamas love their volcanoes, you know. And so you got a little volcano there, and you're gonna go right down to the bottom with your knuckle. And these first couple pulls, they're all about just realigning the clay and making it a little bit more even, right? And so you're preparing for a height pull. You're not doing anything too crazy. And I got some little air bumps or something in there that I got to be wary of. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. All right, so here we are. We're gonna go for our first height pull here. A little bit of water on the interior, right at that base. Push our finger down first. Then we're gonna slowly creep our interior fingers above our exterior finger here. And I'm slowly bringing this bump, right? The clay always has a bump at the bottom. You just gotta ask it, hey, got a little quest for me there, clay? And the clay always says, yeah, I got this bump. I need you to take it to the top of the chunk of clay by 9 o'clock. And you say, well, you know what? 9 o'clock, that's some distance away. I'll get it done in a minute, less than that. How's that sound? And the clay is always ecstatic to hear about your efficiency when working with it, right? You know, I just finished a job. Do you got another one for us? And the clay will always say, yes, we got another job for you. I need you to take this bump. And, you know, people always call this pulling the clay upward. It's not a pull. It's a lift. It's a lift. What do you pull? You pull a rope against another team in tug of war. You pull up a bar, right? To pull yourself up over the bar for a chin up or a pull up, right? What else you pull? You pull the door shut, right? Those all have yanking motions. But a lift, it's not a yank, right? A lift, just very gently taking that up like a snail on the side of the pot here, and you're slowly lifting that bump all the way to the top. And it gets to the top there, and it releases into the ether, right? Very poetic. Spread that clay open. Oh shit, got the tree. Don't worry, that's just me. Oh my gosh. Wobbly pottery, that's all that's coming out of me. When it comes to studio, you about to get body G. Gangsta, no, but out of my mind. You be sitting still while living out the thrill of the grind. Just behind, I'll be out of friends soon. They call me the vibe, I be preaching and my doom. Zoom, you looked away, hear a boom. And so I invented, you know, I don't make work. I'm inventing a personal machine, right? I'm trying to invent my own machine that's within my brain, right? Of how to approach work, right? And you know, I think that it's for, you know, somebody like 1,000 years from now, when like there's some little dude and he's struggling around and he doesn't know, like he's looking all around, he sees all these different paths and none of them are looking like they're up his alley, right? Well, I would love to be able to, you know, maybe he stumbles upon a Pottery Demon video and is like, dang, this guy, he just works every day on his pottery. Like, I think that's a cool vibe. I'm gonna try that. There's this like one scene in Adventure Time, if you guys have ever watched Adventure Time, and Finn, he's trying to cross this river, right? And this talking bush is just shitting on him. This talking bush is just not being a good friend, you know? And he's like, "You're not gonna be able to do that, you're gonna die by the eels." And then Finn goes, "My way!" And he just dies right through there and gets shocked, and he doesn't care about anything that's happening to him because he has a goal in his mind, right? And so that really inspired me to like do what I'm doing now. You know, that was like kind of the biggest like push. But then I just kept making things and I just haven't stopped. So yeah. Back down to the bottom. We gotta ask the clay, "Hey Clay, you got something for us?" And the clay says, "Sure thing, buddy. What do I got at the bottom for you? I got a nice little bump, and the mission is take it to the top." And we always got to thank the clay. Thank you so much, Clay, for giving me the opportunity to do this lift, right? And so that bump, we're just going to be like a little slug up the side of the pot, slowly lifting that bump all the way up. Look at that. All the way up to the side. Be careful on that rim. You don't want it to get too thick on that rim, or else you're going to screw yourself over there. Little part here. Allow it to slowly twist over itself, right? And we're going to spread our fingers out. Look at that. Twist that rim ever so slightly with your fingers. Give it a couple more spins. Smooth that out. And look at that twist! I just realized I just cut into my bat rather than getting the water off of it. Oh well. Wow. So I push this down, I push this down, I push this down. You gotta bring the clay back to life. A king sacrifices his life for his clay. Anyway, I'll push this forward. Slowly projecting that into my hand here. And there you go, you got one first pull. And we're gonna do that again, a little bit more water. Slowly projecting that into the hand, bring that up. And you're like, "But how on earth are you gonna do another one? It's getting so wobbly on the top. And it's in your hair." But that's okay. And we're just gonna keep on taking it up. You gotta go slow. It's over the camera. Look at that, crazy. Bend that over. Oh no. The hard part is when you get this too tall, it's wanting to tear in like 9 different places. But I think we did a good job. A bit of water right on the top. Bring this down. Project that clay downward. There we go. Hammer fist is coming right on top. It's coming down. Almost sounded like Raggy, or what's his name? Scooby-Doo. We are not just doing a baby collar. We are collaring you up. And get that clay all the way up. And you can see when I'm doing that, the collar should feel like a pole. Look how much more narrow, look how much more height I got from that top there, right? And after that, you know, we got some room to do a little bit of a pull here, but we're not doing a pull for height on this first one here, right? You gotta get a little bit of water on our elbow too. And we're just pinching this clay at the bottom, and we're trying to even out these walls. You know, a nice little compression pull here. Very nice, light, and gentle. And we're just realigning those clay particles again, so we're demanding a cylinder from the clay, right? One day I want the clay, when it sees me walk into this room, I want it to just shake and shiver, right? Because of my mere presence, right? It won't ever happen, but in my mind it is happening, you know? Slowly pushing that in on this bottom edge. So I'm creating a nice weak point. So then when I start putting this tension on the top, do you see how it's slowly wanting to twist lower? That's exactly what we're looking for. Still was a top twist there, right? And then when I'm doing this too, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking to myself, hey, this freaking hair out of my face. I think we can bring this out though. Little mushroom top. Say hello to the world, little tree top. Camera B. Hello. Right? You can really do a lot with what you do in pots. We totally opened up that top and we made it almost into this mushroom shape. It's starting to tear, so it's ripping, it's bending down. It's almost looking like it's pitting on a shirt or a poncho or has some nice cowboy hat on. Anyway, pot number 2. You can see this one's pretty basic, but I do like what's happening on the twist. The twist is centered a little bit lower, and then you have a nice even skirt on the bottom, and then the top is not speaking too loud, so it really allows for that density of that twist to speak. And if you go above me, again, a little bit more complex to the form we just talked about, but if I'm looking at it, I think realistically it has a really nice top. Some of the veins from the tree have made its way up into the tree top itself, so I really like some of those little forms. I like how it just tucks right up underneath that top, really bringing some like uplifting qualities to the form itself, and the tendrils I think look great. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. All the best and strong mentality.